Borderlands 4 got a new gameplay trailer during the PlayStation State of Play, so let's dissect and discuss this because it's full of interesting information. The background, this shot looks a lot like the one from the announcement trailer because of the pipes and the yellow ring around look very similar. Safe to say this is going to be an important place now that they showed it twice. It does have a Scav logo if you look really closely here, as some people have pointed it out. Now Scav making a comeback makes a lot of sense, especially if Lilith is stuck on Elpis because she stopped it.
What does Lilith think she's doing?
Closing the Great Vault. She's saving Pandora.
During the end of Borderlands 3 and needs rescuing from it. That's been foreshadowed a lot. And this shot is 100% Elpis crashing into this new planet, so Scav being present, well, when you save her and the enemies on the new planet, makes a lot of sense. So Scav is all but confirmed to me, and this is a pretty viable theory. Now we see legendaries and some blue and purples, and right after this shot, I don't know exactly who is holding this gun, but the scope looks really unique. So maybe a legendary perhaps. Right after there is this shot of them blowing up this guy. This gore level reminds me a lot of Doom and I love it. And this kind of stuff is weird that they didn't already have them in the previous few games because I feel like it fit the Borderlands theme a lot. This grenade giving out these symbols, I don't know what it could mean. Maybe it's a new part of this person's action skill, but I think it's a new type of grenade. It goes into this fucked up crocodile's mouth, and did you notice it again? The background is the same place as the announcement trailer. I don't have much to say about this one, but very curious. Sliding is back. These air marks and animations confirm it. And again, they show off this action skill that we've seen before. They are only showing fire and ice elements again, so it must be locked to those ones. And you can throw one at a time. I wonder if a capstone ability would let you throw both at the same time, maybe. He throws his gun, so Theodore is back, obviously. The cyber guy looks like he's gun zerking. He has two guns like Salvador. You could tell it's him because of the visor thing. It's blue and he has line. It looks like you can choose from multiple skills like in BL3. There's the melee mode, I think, and the gun zerking mode. A welcome comeback if you can switch your skills around. I wonder how different it's going to be from Salvador because these guns look like it's like locked. I don't think you can choose two of your own guns, but these two guns are part of the skill, if that makes sense. It's part of his exoskeleton. Then the Siren has a new ability that we haven't seen before. She can just disintegrate people. I don't think she's the 7th Siren that we got warned about, but she seems really broken if she could just undo someone like that. But I think it's just an effect of I don't think it's an effect of her action skill, but just what happens when you kill an enemy from now on. Even if you look closely here, they shoot someone and they disintegrate. So it's not specifically tied to her action skill. Then we see an alternate skill for the big guy, I think. He's just punching someone really hard. So some melee options. I think with these orange this orange color around his fist, he's going to, input fire like element into his punch, which would make sense because that's his firearm, I think. Oh, now we see this person fall into water. They fake us out with like this dash animation, but we see her swim. This is huge. Okay, now that we can swim, it's really cool. Really welcome addition to this game. I wonder if there's going to be like maps underwater and loot chests, or if it's just like you don't die now that you fall into water. Really cool addition. Really interested to see how they utilize it. Then we see the grappling hook. I don't believe in the grappling hook as I've stated before, but this looks really cool. I may have to go back on my word. The double jump out of it confirms a double jump if you look closely. And you can do this, if you can double jump all the time regardless of grappling hooking or not, that would be a lot of fun. Then we see this action skill that reminds me a lot of Amara's bubble from Borderlands 3. She could throw it and it has some effects, but this looks like a lot of different effects at the same time. From the looks of it, the theories online is that this lady is an ex-Molly 1 employee. Now that I saw her action skill, it makes sense that she would have a lot of different elements on the same action skill. But that's just a theory, and I'm on board on that one. Last thing to mention is this big monster. It has to be a vault monster, I think. Glimpse at a vault monster reminds me of Graveyard with all of these markings and wood themes. It's going to be fun if you can like grapple hook, double jump onto it, shoot it from the back and stuff like that. And then the Siren has this Reaper skill, it looks like, an alternate skill. Again, we haven't seen the skill. I don't think so. I'm not really in the lore like that, but I'm really curious to see about what, if they're going to be a fake Siren, or if it's just like the 7th that we were warned about, or Astel's power. I don't think it's Astel? I don't remember. We got a release date, which is the 23rd of September. Really cool. Pretty far away, not gonna lie. And my thoughts on it. It looks really great. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It doesn't look like there's gonna be a lot of cheesy writing, it seems. But we can't really get that from the trailer. But it does look serious. And the Timekeeper doesn't look like he's going to be goofing around from us. You can get that by his like demeanor and stuff. Like Handsome Jack and the twins. Like I said again, his general demeanor is a lot more serious, and Gearbox does listen to the community, so they know the shortcomings of Borderlands 3, okay? They know like what we had a problem with. They even promised us there's not gonna be a Hawk 2A gun or a Skibidi gun. So that's very reassuring. Now, who to play first? I think I'm going to play the Siren first, because she looks the coolest with the best abilities, the Reaper and this bullet thing. I know it's going to be super subjective, but that's who I'm going to play first. I haven't played a Siren first at all, so this is going to be cool. And some predictions for the future, shall we say. The Molly 1 employee lady, the short one with the glasses, is going to be the quote-unquote strongest towards the end. She's going to be the most viable because of all the status effects she can output. So any boss, she can be like an ace in the hole. So I think she's going to be our Zane Salvador, I guess. And the worst is going to be the buff guy, because I'm just guessing that. And Endgame. They haven't really given us anything about Endgame, but I think takedowns would be good. Raid bosses, day 1 raid bosses, day 1 dedicated loot. All the usual that all the Borderlands content creators yap about, you know.
Great Vault beckons!